All my life, I've heard good things about Jewish money management. These people sound like the all stars of wealth and money management. So I wanted to hear what a Jewish person had to say about Jewish money principles. This is Berel Solomon. He's a big YouTuber. Let's see what he has to say.
How Jewish children are taught about money and business and their careers from a very young age. Of course, there's exceptions to every rule, but this was my experience and many of my friends. So here it goes.
All right, so first he just cleared one thing up for me. I wanted to know like how pervasive these teachings were because sometimes we assign certain attributes to a group and it's like most of the group doesn't even follow, these so-called principles, but he's saying at least he was taught these things and he believes these teachings are pretty widespread with exception. So nothing's 100%.
Remember one day I came home to my mom and I said that I want to be a rabbi. And she says, a rabbi is no job for a Jewish boy. And what she meant, reading between the lines, is that you don't make enough money being a rabbi. So it's very rare that you're going to see, I'm just going to call it what it is, hate me for it, but I don't care. It's very rare that you're going to see a Jewish person as a cleaning lady or a garbage man because those professions don't make enough money. So
Good. See, I can say I don't want to speak for my whole community, which is I hate that word sometimes, but I don't want to speak for the whole black community or for everyone from backgrounds like mine. But I know we do this really liberal thing where we tell folks like you don't have to go for the money. There's this whole I'm going to love you regardless. Do what you want to do. And I'll get into that later, but he's saying that the family is looking at you like, no, you need to do something that makes money. And I've heard that about other cultures as well.
you're regularly going to be taught growing up in our community that you want to have a job as a professional or a job as a business person so that you could earn a lot of money. This is implanted in us very young. Why does a person need so much money? The answer is it's expensive to have a family, especially, by the way, to have a Jewish kosher family. Tuitions are private, kosher food is very, very expensive, and we have big communities that we need to support and to give charity through. Our children are taught very young to think big and to aim big. There's a song by Nas that goes, I know I can be what I want to be. Essence of what we're taught as children. I know I can be what I want to be. If I work hard at it, I'll be where I want to be. And that's what we teach our children at a very young age. And you might...
Okay, so they are instilling that you can do, the can do attitude. You could do whatever you want. The world is your oyster as long as it makes money.
You might be saying to yourself right now, well, of course, Jewish people teach their children how to make money. Everybody knows that Jews are obsessed with money. Well, let me tell you something. Our beautiful Torah, given by the Creator himself, gives us a very special commandment. And it says that we have an obligation to teach our children how to make a living. And if we don't, it's as if we're teaching them how to steal, because they won't be able to put food on their plate any other way besides stealing. So that's how we're taught at a very, very young age to make a living. So when you're talking to your children about making a living, help them aim high. Help them to understand that money is something that is important in this world, and it will greatly benefit you and your family and your life, because generational poverty is so destructive. Poverty is so difficult that you don't want to be in that position. And the way that it starts is through the children and to raise them with a proper financial mentality. Why? Because the schools are not doing it, so it's in your hands. If this is your first time on my channel, I want to thank you for staying.
All right, so shout out to Berel. I hope you go follow his channel. But he made some important points. He didn't really get into details, but he talked about empowerment. Knowing that you can be whatever you want to be, so long as it's profitable, and knowing that you do need money. I know I grew up around people who would kind of shun money. Um, like people, like kids who said they wanted to make money, young adults who said they wanted to make money were often met with money isn't everything, which is true. But you start this whole thinking where people think You know, they think they always have to make money like secondary. So when do you really focus on your bread if you always think that it needs to come secondary? I believe there's a time and place for everything. And when it's time to think about the money, let's not be afraid to think about the money, you know. Anyway, he dropped some of the Jewish principles. He didn't get deep. I saw some content a long time ago where they were really breaking it down. So I'll see if I can find some of that stuff to react to. All right.